There is only one you, and that is your superpower. You can't F that up. However, you can get stuck. That's why I created this space called Unstuck Yourself with Crystal Simmons. Unstuck Yourself is about figuring out what has you feeling frustrated, isolated, or depleted of energy so that you're able to unstuck yourself on your journey through life when you don't know how to move forward. Unstuck yourself in your career that no longer excites and challenges you. Unstuck yourself with negative thoughts that seem to be doing cartwheels in your head consistently. I don't have the answers. You do. You always have. I'm providing the time, space, and grace for you to reconnect to that knowing. I'm Crystal Simmons, coach, speaker, and facilitator, and I'm grateful you made it here. Let's begin to unstuck yourself. Hey peeps, it's Crystal Simmons, your favorite mindset coach, working one-on-one with my clients, getting to the core of what they want to create in their personal lives and career, from showing up authentically and purposefully by having honest conversations, but making it fun and building deep and lasting connections. Being crystal clear with their values to achieve more peace, more clarity, more time and money to enjoy with the people that they love and deeply care about. And as your host of Unstuck Yourself with Crystal Simmons weekly podcast, I'm your guide to unstuck. As life keeps lifing, Crystal's AAAs brings awareness to what is and isn't working to uncover your abilities to create clarity and purposeful action. So I'm ready to kick off the new year with a bang. You all have been listening to Unstuck Yourself with Crystal Simmons for a whole full ass month. And providing feedback, suggestions, comments, actually sharing the podcast with others, which I truly appreciate. I see the growth, and my intentions are to make a show where you feel seen, heard, understood, and able to stand in that knowing to take action in a way that increases your growth as a human, a spouse, a friend, a boss, employee, neighbor. But I want to ask you, what is your personal mission and goal for taking time to sit down and listen to me, absorb all the gems and the unstuck questions I ask, taking notes, you're laughing, you're replaying your favorite episodes and supporting this podcast? What is your mission and goal? What do you want out of this experience with me? And I want you to keep that question in the back of your mind or write it down really quick and stay engaged in our conversation so then maybe you can come back to it. In today's episode titled, When Keeping That Same Energy F Me Up. And I don't want to hold back because it's 2022, y'all. We have never been here before. We've never been here before. Ever. And I am recording on January the 1st, 2022, because I wanted to get that real, authentic feeling of, look at us. We made that shit. And I decided to make today's episode about me. Being aware that this is a new moment. Acknowledging the things I did in the past, whether they were good, bad, indifferent, small, large, medium. I don't know why I said that word. But how I plan and desire to move forward with purposeful action with each new moment in 2022 and beyond. I did a meditation this morning that consisted of that celebration. Every breath I took in was a new breath. And every breath I exhaled, I said goodbye to. And I thanked it. Meditation has changed my life significantly. Last year was such a blessing. I did not expect to release my podcast in 2021, but the stars aligned, God called me, the universe pulled me in, and I had such a supportive format and just strength to do it when I did. So I'm just so thankful for that. And I thank y'all so much for listening and doing all the things I just said. I don't want to repeat myself, but that meditation this morning on January the 1st, 2022, just kept reminding me of the past doesn't matter. Yes, we can look back on the past. That's cool. But it doesn't matter. As I say these words, we have never been in this moment. So even though yesterday you may have done something that you've done a million times before, and maybe yesterday wasn't as good as the million times before, but you did something for the very first time on this day. My husband and I decided to run and ride our bikes. And as I'm running, I'm telling myself, Crystal, you have never been here January the 1st, 2022, in this body, in this element of it being like 70 degrees outside. What the F? But don't compare yourself to the Crystal January last year. That's old. This is new. You just killed this run because this is the first time you did it. And that is the energy I'm going forward with. That won't F me up. Like, how mind-blowing will that be for you to recognize? I'm not going to judge myself on a particular unique moment in time that will never occur again, trying to chase that feeling. No, I'm not doing it. I really find pleasure in partaking in the things that bring me clarity. So if I look at everything with the lens of this is all new, I've never done this before because it's a new day. It's a new circumstance. It might be a conversation with a new person and they are different too. They're not the same as they were a year ago. Like, let that sit in. Clarity is such a powerful tool for me. And when I set myself up to receive that tool, that gift, that resource, whatever you want to title it, it is like heaven on earth. Like there is a weight that is lifted. Like I am literally relaxed and peaceful and just feeling like, oh, chills just now. Chills. I want to have purposeful action in each moment in 2022 and beyond. I mean that even in this episode. There is energy in everything we encounter in this world. And I'm learning and understanding that more and more. If I'm curious, if I honor my feelings and thoughts of what can I learn from this conversation, interaction, these setbacks, this moment of stillness, to just trust the process and be open by looking and thinking and feeling curious. So last night, December 31st, was no different. And how I was able to take the time with my husband and we were able to go through some goals that we wanted to set for 2022. I'm so thankful he did that with me. If you do this regularly, let me know what questions you went through. I'm not going to share everything that I wrote down for 2022 because some of it is for me and it gives me a chance to speak it out loud and to show the power in doing so because I wouldn't do it before. Like I've never shared that before. 2022 is about bringing in new things, a new moment, new opportunities, and recognizing that holding it in doesn't serve me whatsoever. And I know that to be true. I'm just kicking it up a notch. As a coach and going through IPEC's Core Energy Coaching Program, there's a process that we use that recognizes that true positive change starts from within. And it's called coaching from the inside out. It's two different types of energy. One is anabolic energy, and that is constructive, is building, healing energy. And this type of energy releases anabolic hormones such as endorphins and dopamine into the body. Then the other type of energy is catabolic energy, which is draining, destructive energy, and this type of energy releases catabolic chemicals such as cortisol and adrenaline, which actually eat away at our cells. In doing the goal setting and reflecting for 2021, and I could feel some catabolic energy. And none of this is wrong or right, good or bad. It just is. So I want to make sure we understand that where me as being a coach, I have anabolic and catabolic energy. However, I do work on by meditating, by praying, by reading my Bible verse, by being intentional with the people I'm around, the things that I do to raise my anabolic energy level. However, I live in a world. So there's no way any of us could ever avoid catabolic energies. But being aware of it, recognizing what our abilities are if we were to encounter it, and take action. There's 7 levels of energy. The first level and the second level are both considered to be catabolic energy. Each energy level has a core thought, a core feeling, and an action or result within that level. So the first level of energy, the core thought is victim, and the core feeling or emotion is apathy, which is being very indifferent, lack of enthusiasm or engagement, and the action is inability to take action, lack of initiative, and inability to see options. And then level 2 energy, the core thought is conflict. So it's either internal or external, where there's a struggle, there's judgment, it's black or white, it's right or wrong thinking. That's level 2 energy. And the core energy, emotion or feeling is anger. So annoyance, resentment, displeasure, hostility, irritability, and frustration. And the level 2 energy action is defiance. You're resistant, disobedient. Level 3 energy, the core thought is responsibility, where you're owning your own feelings, you're choosing to be accountable for your own experiences and choices. And this is where we're creeping into anabolic energy, which is the more constructive energy. Remember, level 1 and level 2 are catabolic, and those are more destructive level of energy. Level 4 energy, the core thought is concern, care, interest, or involvement and connection and relation to others, and also with yourself. And then the core feeling is compassion, sympathy, and concern for the suffering or misfortunes of others. And the level 4 action is service, being able to help or assist. Level 5 energy, the core thought is reconciliation. So this is where you want to come together in agreement, understanding, and good and bad, right or wrong, judgment ceases. So there is no good and bad. There is no right or wrong. It just is what it is. That is level 5 energy. And that feeling is peace. Whew. Yes. Calmness, tranquility, and harmony. And I can say, with me and my husband having like real conversations these past 2 years in quarantine about life, career, money, what we want to do, who we want to become, we were on a level 5 energy. That shit is real. And that action from level 5 energy is acceptance. You are believing, you have the willingness to receive agreement for what is, accepting differences instead of identifying and focus on changing them. Yes. All right, level 6 energy, core thought is synthesis. So blending away the illusion of individuality, combining separate elements and substances to form a coherent whole. So you're coming together as a combination. The core feeling of that is joy, a permanent sense of pleasure, happiness, and delight, and empathy for others. And level 6 energy action is wisdom, having or showing insight, intuition, and enlightenment. And level 7 energy, the core thought is non-judgment, is lack of fear, without judgment, and the core feeling is absolute passion, total bliss, energy, intense desire or enthusiasm for any and all experiences. And that action is creation. It's bringing something new into existence, spontaneous manifestation of ideas, thoughts, and genius thinking. Let that breathe, y'all. Let that breathe. And now I'm going to share what I did to bring in the new year of 2022. First thing I'm going to read to you is some of the questions that you can write down for yourself. It's not too late. Make sure you tag this time right now and that you're able to come back to it in case you want to get the questions. So I'll read all the questions. You just sit down and write them all, and then you can go back. I'll share a portion of what I wrote. All right. So for your goal setting for 2022, first question is, what did I accomplish in 2021? And you can write about 5 to 10 different things that you accomplished in 2021. You can do more if you want. Don't limit yourself. But also, don't force yourself to do a lot of work. If you only want to write down 3 things, that's dope too. All right, number 2, disappointments that I had in 2021. Again, it can range anywhere from 5 to 10 things that you set out to do, but didn't get to do it. Be honest. You don't have to read this on your podcast. It is a freeing experience to be able to release whatever you're holding on to, and I hope each of you decide to do so. Number 3, what did I learn in 2021? All right, so number 4, write down 3 changes that you want to make in 2022 so that you don't have the same disappointments in this year. And these can be just 3 guidelines that you're going to commit to yourself to do, 3 changes you want to make. Let your mind run wild. Number 5, write out, how did I limit myself? Number 6, what areas of my life am I not achieving what I want? Is it work, career, business, personal, friendships? Is it religion? You choose. Number 7, what can you say the reasons are to why I'm experiencing these failures of not reaching what I want, from question number 6. So those are the 7 questions. After you finish that, it goes on to say, make affirmations of what you want. And if you need any help, you can go to the Unstuck Yourself affirmation conversation that was had, I think, about 2 weeks ago, and listen to that episode, and that'll help you to create your own. Finally, what I want to share is you're going to write out 5 achievements you wish to reach in 2022 in 7 different categories. The first category is finances and wealth. The second category is career goals. The third category, write out 5 achievements you want to have in your free time. And then number 4, health and appearance. Number 5, relationship. Number 6, personal development. And number 7, community and charity. Write out 5 achievements in each of these 7 categories. And then once you do so, highlight the top 10 of that whole, 35 achievements? Highlight your top 10 of those 35 to focus on. As I look through my goals and answering the questions for what 2020 brought to me, a lot of mine came back with having to do with money and the shame around money. Can anyone else feel me on that ish? I know I'm not alone. I posted a couple weeks ago for the holiday about wanting to spend money on Christmas gifts, but now that I'm tracking my money and am able to literally see what is coming in and going out, I felt it would be irresponsible for me to do so and to put things on my credit card. I'm so thankful for my husband. He held us down. He takes such good care of us. And it took me a long time to be able to say that. And I'm going to be honest because, I'm almost 40. And I was raised to have my own money, pay my own bills, have extra money on the side just in case. This is just what I was raised. And to be able to sit in this position of having someone help me as I build this business is such a mind shift, because I had to be able to recognize I am deserving to receive that help. Instead of looking at it as I'm not able to live up to what I'm supposed to be doing, what is supposed to be my role. which means basically doing everything. And that is a humbling experience to go through. Coming out of it on the other side, not to say I'm 100%, oh, this is great. I'm deserving of that. And so are you. And I'm hoping that this episode brings that light to you and you can share with others, because we are really dope beings. We can do hard things, but why the F do we have to do it all the time? We don't. We get to decide that. We get to choose that. And looking at what did I accomplish, I was so proud of the list. When I read it back, I've accomplished so much, and I'm so thankful for that. Building my coaching business, coaching clients within a month of starting my business is amazing. But also starting this podcast, signing up for the program, making money in my business. But that biggest thing for me and what I shared was speaking about money with Devon without shame, fear, and doubt. That was my own doing to myself of holding on to the past and shoulding on myself and not accepting the current moment of where we are right now. And I'm proud of that. Like that would take me out. Bringing up money, talking about money in the sense of dreaming of things to do with money. When my focus was, I want to be able to get back to where I was in my corporate job. And I don't want to be there. I don't want to make that my measure of success. I am creating something completely new. No one has ever done this because they're not me. And at this stage in my life, never done this before. So I'm damn proud of myself, my family, the people who support me. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Such a blessing. And then the disappointments. I had a number of how many clients I wanted to coach, how much money I want to bring in each month. It kept going around money. Everything is energy. Money is energy. And I want to be very clear when I'm saying this. When I'm speaking about, or when I was going back and summarizing what was going on for 2021, the accomplishments, the disappointments, some of it was catabolic energy. Some of it was anabolic energy, because we are a mix. I'll speak for myself. I am a mix. And in realizing that and saying it out loud to someone I trust, love, and care so much about, and him being able to receive that information and really sit with it, was what my soul needed. It was what my brain needed. It was something that I didn't know I needed until I did it. As I'm looking at my notes, I was in a space of being resentful and not being pleased, which is level 2 energy, when I didn't reach my goals. But then also, when I go back to what I learned, it raised my energy up to level 3 of being responsible and being like, I chose to have difficult conversations. I chose to say, this is what I was wishing and hoping for. And instead of getting down on myself, just recognizing what I was able to accomplish, even in those moments. So at any moment, we can raise our energy. We don't have to stay at that level, 1 or 2, where we're angry, we're playing the victim. Again, it's not bad, it's not good, it just is. And being aware of that, recognizing what we're able to do, what are our abilities, we can then take action if we choose to raise our energy. We can also take action to lower that shit too. You have choices. So what did I learn in 2021 is that I am stronger and wiser than I ever gave myself credit for. That I'm connected to a higher source that provides me with everything I need. Even if it doesn't look like what I envision, it is what I need. And I am a highly energetic being. I learned that water is my calming place. It provides so much peace and it raises my energy. I could be having the worst day. If I'm over by that water, And I'm able to look at if there's small little waves or ripples in it and recognize that the water doesn't get mad. The whole body of that doesn't get upset. I learned how to create a podcast. Come on. And I learned how to be more curious and that I'm really funny. Who would have known? And I wanted to tell you how I feel right now from going from the disappointments to what I learned. There's a shift. There is a shift. And in doing this activity, you get to feel that shift. That is a gift. It is a way for you to create a new pathway of looking at things differently. To challenge what was instead of holding tight to it and be like, this is what it is because this is what it's always been for however many years you've been alive. Do you want to hold on to that and be like, yes, that shit hurt. I was in so much pain the last couple of years. I'm going to hold on to that. Or do you want to say, do I have to hold on to that? Can I look at it a different way? You get to choose. You are your creator of your life. Every moment we choose, we are creating the future we want. And I'm here to say I don't want to hold myself hostage in what was. It is about new creations. It is about recognizing all of this is new. I've never been here before. So I get to show up in any way and form I want to show up, as long as it's true to my values. Me honoring the core of who I am, my thoughts, my intuition, my inner compass, whichever you want to use. So I want to go into what changes will I make to ensure I don't make the same choices as I did before that did not please me. I'm definitely meditating consistently, even more. I don't meditate every single day. I am not a perfect being, but I have noticed what it feels like not to meditate and not to feel like I have some type of structure. Because I'm working from home, it is easy for me to be like, oh, I kind of stayed up late. I'm just going to lay in bed a little bit longer versus me saying, I'm going to bed so that I'm able to rest my body, my mind, to be able to rejuvenate myself so that when the day comes, then I'm able to meditate, journal, work out, do my affirmations. That is a gift to myself that I want to consistently give. And also asking for help, guidance, and having an accountability partner. Like my husband, call me out on my ish. Close friends, mentors, to say, Crystal, you are better than that. You know what? You're right. You're right. And also recognizing what I did to limit myself. Thinking that, oh, I know best. I know who I am. But you've never been here though, remember? I've never been here before. So if I skip over to the 5 achievements for the 7 categories that I mentioned earlier, the finances and wealth, career goals, free time goals, health and appearance, relationship goals, personal development, and then community and charity. That was exciting and gave me a chance to put good intentions into what I want to create, but also allow myself to recognize that I want to be open. I want to be open to what could be, and that I'm not so rigid in my thinking of these are my goals. I have to reach them, but putting feeling behind them of what if I did reach it? What would I feel in reaching these goals? What would that make you feel like? Would you feel a sense of peace? Would you be able to feel responsible? Like I actually stayed true. I committed myself to this process. I asked for help. I was able to do this in collaboration with others who made me better as a business owner, a coach, a podcaster. Because it's not in just achieving the goal. It's the journey and who I will become or who you will become in reaching that goal. And that is the gift. It's the journey. So now that I am aware of where my energy was regarding those challenges that I faced in 2021, I'm now able to recognize I can choose different options. Once you go through and answer those questions before you start the goal setting and then go into the accomplishments that you wish to achieve in those 7 categories, it is my hope that you take a breath, play some lo-fi music, play something that kind of keeps you chill, relaxed, and really be honest with your answers to those questions from 2021 and what your intentions are for 2022. And be aware that that is in the past. And none of it is good, bad. Take it as it's just information. And in those moments, recognize that you have the ability to change, to make changes, to keep doing things that are pleasing to you, and to stop the things that are not. And make the decision that you can change it in the middle of 2022 as well. You are the creator of what you want your life to be. My question to you is, what energy are you on in this moment? And if it's not pleasing to you, are you ready to change it? Like I mentioned, change and opportunities can come in many different ways outside of what we have envisioned for ourselves and our lives. It's the very reason I'm offering you an exclusive 30-minute conversation with me to those who grab their spot for the 2-day interactive, fun, and curious way of having honest conversations. We cannot be successful and get through this life in a way that's pleasing to us without us doing things that feel uncomfortable. And you don't have to do that or figure it out by yourself. But to those who are excited to join me, because you know having an honest conversation with those that you love and the ones that you truly care about brings you to a deeper connection, a sense of peace, and euphoric. It's not a made-up feeling. This is your chance for those who have been keeping their cool, but still haven't reached a point of clarity in those difficult conversations and situations that we will eventually encounter if we are living and breathing on this earth. This 2-day workshop for It's Your Turn to Speak Up is for those who have continuously taken that metaphoric high road in their career, but they feel like there is something that has been swept under the rug, and you feel as though it's holding you back from your new level, from your new role, your new opportunity, that life that you are creating for the future that you want to live. I know how much privacy and intimacy means to you all, and I would love to be able to provide that to you. So when you register and secure your spot for It's Your Turn to Speak Up, there's limited seating. So when you register and secure your spot by January the 7th, 2022, you'll be able to schedule your own 30-minute private conversation with me. The 2-day workshop is open to you right now. Click on the description in the show and follow the links to join. And before we call this a wrap for today's episode, you know I have to bless you with today's unstuck questions and gems. Number 1, what is your personal mission and goals for listening to this podcast? Number 2, there are 2 types of energy, anabolic and catabolic. Which level are you typically resonating at? Number 3, what action could you take to raise that energy level? Number 4, because we are all dope beings and able to do hard things, this is your reminder. You don't have to do hard things all the time. And you are so deserving to receive help from others who want to see you win and succeed. So stop holding yourself back from the gift of others. And number 5, you are your creator of your life. Every moment you choose, you are creating the future you want. Don't forget to subscribe, like, share, rate, leave a review of this podcast to boost and highlight the work we have put in together to raise the energy of others, building a safe space to grow and honoring our voices and stories through it all. Sending you love and light through this mic as you write your unstuck questions and gems to turn your actions into wins. Until then, stay unstuck.